Now for this particular design, you'll be needing a paper to cut out the design. Now I have my paper already. The paper can be longer. Actually, yes, the paper can be longer. It can get a very long. It is how long the paper is that will give you the number of the petals that you will be able to cut at a go. Now you understand what I'm saying. This is my paper now folded into two. This is my paper folded into two. That means I can only get two petals. Two. I cannot get more than two from it. So now I'm having two paper now because I want to show us that you can actually use it to cut anyhow you want the shape to be. Now let me use these two cloths for example. Now for this first one, you can decide to start from here or here, anyhow. So what I want to cut now is I want to cut a round shape. Actually, this place does not really match. So, did you see it? So I just put it into two. There's no trick about it. Just cut the shape and bring it out. So this is what I want to cut, and this is it. So that's that for this. Then for the second one that I'm talking about, depending on what you want to cut. So I want to cut this. This is the shape I want for the second one. Okay, this is the shape I want for the second one. So by the time I will get to. So depending on, so this one you can be creative about it. Anyhow you want the mouth to be. So by the time I'll be cutting this out from this cloth now. I'm not sure, okay. This can cut too. By the time I'll be cutting it out, you can just get your pen to hold it down so that it will not be shifting up and down. So my pen, just use it to hold down the paper. Just make sure that the shape is, so just hold it down. So now assuming you have a longer cloth, just like this, and your paper too is long, you know, it will, instead of just this part alone, it will be able to take longer part of it. So that's why I said the longer your paper, the longer petals you'll be able to cut with it. So now this, just place it, then you use it to cut out the shape. Paper to cut out the shape, and then you have the shape. Did you see? But one thing I want you to take note about this style that I'm showing you is you have to make use of cloth that will not loosen back. At the beginning of it will not loosen back like this. Now you can still make use of it, but what I'll make sure to do is to burn it. Just get a lighter, just burn the edges. But the best cloth for all this design is actually scuba or this poly star cloth, or is it polo cloth? Polo, that material too is still okay to do this style. This material I'm using to cut this in now is I think it's satin that I'm using to cut this. Though it's okay, but what I need now is to make sure that I burn this edge so that it will not be losing back from there, so you can see that I got this style from here. So what we'll be doing after then is now to take our needle and thread this down part. Just then you'll be having more of it, you know, it's just not just two. That's why I said the longer your paper, the longer you'll be able to cut from it. So if I didn't mean it were to be big, longer cloth, I will not cut this side, you know, I'll just cut out this shape, then remove my paper, place my paper here again, continue with the shape, move my paper here again, continue with the shape, move my paper here, you know, like that to the end of it. I'll continue to move my paper. So far I've cut the shape, I'll continue to move my paper till I exhaust the cloth. or you can have it small just like this too, and then you'll be able to when you are running the stitch, you continue to join them together small. Do you understand? Now let me cut out the second one, the shape of the second one. Just place it on your paper. Take your sorry, I'm supposed to open it up. I hope this paper is this cloth is enough to carry too. I'm just using this for a sample. I'm still going to do it on the major cloth, so then I'll cut it. Cut out the shape. Cut out the shape. So here I have the shape. Here I have the shape. It's a mistake here, so just trim it and make it look nice. So I have the shape. So what I mean by when you are trying to stitch them together, that you continue is, if you have small cloth like this and then you run the stitch, just showing us a sample, you run the stitch, you take the second one, let's say they are of the same shape, you take the second, you continue with it, you add it to it. It's not compulsory that you use a long cloth. Do you get it now? So you continue to join all together. It will not show that you are joining at the end of the day. Reason being that because of this design, because of how, so it will not actually show at the end of the day that you will join small cloth together. Do you get it now? So that you have small pieces of cloth, you do it this way, or you make use of longer cloth, then the shape is just there. You just run your stitch once and for all. So you can do it either way, because sometimes the cloth you are using will not, you might have exhausted the cloth that you will not be able to get longer one like this, but you can get short ones from the cloth like this. You can still make use of it for this design. I hope I'm clear. So now that is just for sample to show us that we can do different type of cutout with our paper. Different types, any type that you want, any shape you want, you can actually cut it out. So now I'm going to the major cloth. The cloth I want to use is actually this. So now let me just use this shape for this tutorial. I will not be using this shape. That is just to show us that you can actually create different shape. So now I'll be cutting out this design from this cloth. Okay, you can see that my cloth is bigger than my paper. It's okay. Here is what I actually need. This upper part is what I actually need. This place will be where I will use to run the stitch. It can be shorter, it does not matter. This one now, you'll be asking me what is the width of it, what is the length. It is how you want it. The width can be smaller than this. That means your paper will be smaller, or it can be the exact paper size that you cut, so that by the time you just do it, you just put it, so it will be exact one, so that you just, but because I know how to maneuver, I can actually just, but what is important is we need this upper part. This upper part is what we need. This down part will not show at the end of the day. If you don't finish running the stitches, you can still cut away the down part, but you need this upper part to bring out the shape. So I'll be cutting this cloth out with this shape, and I'll show how it looks like. And if you have a longer cloth like this, another thing you can do to make it fast for you, you cut out the shape once, is just fold the cloth. Just fold the cloth, fold it, let it be that it will be able to give you the size of the paper. Do you understand? Just fold it. If your paper is longer than this, that means by the time you'll be folding, the cloth will be longer, which is equally better. Okay, which is equally better. So you'll be folding the cloth. So I'll just fold the cloth now. Here it is. So I'll just fold the cloth and then pin it down, then trim it off. Another thing I'm doing to make it faster also is I can get a marker. Just the shape, you understand, on the cloth, and it can be a chalk, it can also be a chalk. Do you understand? It's not compulsory that it's marker. And just make use of marker because my chalk may not show on this particular cloth. It will not move away from this thing that I've already done. So just pinning down the cloth. So next thing is to begin to cut out the shape. So this is it now, as you can see. So if you are using something like satin like this, you can actually get your lighter and begin to burn the edges. Just make sure you do it, and it will not. Just begin to do it. Don't burn it though. Just make sure that you just put lighter on it. But like I said, this style, they are very good on scuba or polyester or those thick cloths that their edges will not pull off. Okay, so now the next thing to do is to begin to run a stitch. So my thread is already knotted. So scuba, the style will stand one by one. Everything, all this cotton will stand one by one, and you will really love it. You will really love it. I have an example here. I can show you the one I've made before. So right here, if you check this, I actually make a small other design to cover up the big O under it. So this is the design. This is what I'm actually doing, and this is what is here. There is one scissors I make use of to cut the edge. If you know the scissors, it has this shape, so that's what I just use to cut the edge to make it look more beautiful. And then if you just want to use yours this way, you understand, you can actually use it. Just make sure there's not too much of gap in the middle. You can see at the end of the day, I don't even need to cut out the excess. It's okay. It helps me to cover up even the middle. So what you can do is, if you don't want to put anything in the middle, like you just have a design that you now want to place on it, like a petals, all those shining whatever that you want to put in the middle, if you have it, you can actually just make one like this. Just hold it like this, then whatever you have to place on it, just place it. But if you want to do this other one that I did here, what I did is, after I finished gathering this, there's a little bit of O I make it to spread. The more you spread it, the bigger it will look like, it will be bigger. So I spread it, this particular one, I spread it, it has a hole. Then I now get something just like this, something just like, this one now is a single, this thing single like this, is not folded together like this. What I mean by single like this, I didn't fold it this way. So because of this particular design that is here, so what I did to this one now, I used scissors to cut the edge. That's why it's looking so neat. So for this one that is like this, you can decide to still cut that shape or just leave it. Just leave it this way that is straight. You can leave it. This particular one, I left it straight. I didn't, if you notice it, this particular one, if you see it well, I did not, it's not showing this curve. It's just because I left it straight, just like that. It's just a straight cloth, just like this. So it's either of the two. It's either you still use this, you still cut this shape, the same shape from this smaller one, and then you'll be gathering it just same way, or you just leave it straight like this, then gather it. Either one you want, the result will still be superb. So for this tutorial right now, which one should I do? Is it the cutting of the shape or leaving it? Okay, let me do leaving it, so that you understand that it will not be bad. Normally this edge is supposed to be burnt, just to burn this edge. Okay, let's say this, I've not finished attaching this. Just this one, I want to show us that leaving it is not a bad idea, especially when you are working on scuba. So you just gather the down part, and if you are using this type of material, just burn it, just burn the edge. So far it's not losing back, it's not bad. So just gather. So you can see that is not bad, even if you leave it. So that's what I mean. And if the edge is still this shape, if you want it to still be the shape, there is nothing bad about it also. So I just did this to show you that it's not bad if the edge is not cut in this shape, and if it is cut in this, if it is left here, it's still not also bad. So we just have it, put it this way. So you just place it in the middle, get your design. Maybe use silver, place it on it, and then you have your design. Isn't it beautiful? So I hope with these 3 designs that I showed you, you should be able to make something from these 3 designs. If you have these 3 designs, you make use of cloth. You did black, you did this color for black, you were able to produce like 50 blacks. Then the other, you have your white cloth, you're able to produce with this design. By the time you begin to sell it, it will give you something. So please comment, share my post. I give you permission, share it. It will get to somebody that actually need it. You may be thinking you don't need it. Yes, you may not need it, but somebody that you don't even know that will need this will see it from where you share it. You can share it. If you like my post, drop a comment of what you think about it, and then subscribe to my page so that you'll be seeing these beautiful things I'll be teaching you, so that you can have a way to make money. You can have a way to make money. Thank you. I'll be seeing you in the next video.